or welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Emma, and if you're not new here, today instead of doing my normal TBR jar or wrap up or even recommendations for you guys, I'm gonna be giving you guys the ultimate Bookish holiday gift guide. I actually saw Destiny Sidwell do this video and I thought it was a genius idea, so I wanted to film my own take on it and give you guys all the ideas I have for what you can gift the bookish person in your life this holiday season, or if you're a bookish person watching this that needs to give ideas to your family members and friends for what you might like, you can definitely find some good ideas from these recommendations. So first, I'm gonna say the most obvious, which is a Kindle. Funny enough, I feel like I'm one of the only readers out there that does not own a Kindle and does not want to own a Kindle. I prefer to have a physical copy of my book, and even if I were to read an ebook, I'm probably gonna end up buying the physical copy anyway. But they are extremely popular amongst readers, and for good reason. There's so many benefits to them. You can download endless books on there. There's tons of books for free on Kindle Unlimited, and also you have the convenience of being able to take it with you anywhere you go. I think overall, probably the most popular line of Kindle would be the Kindle Paperwhite. I feel like I hear people saying that that's the one they like best. And to go along with the Kindle, whether you want to gift someone a Kindle with these things, or maybe someone already has a Kindle and you want to get them these things to go with it, I have Kindle cases. There's so many options out there. You can get the ones that flip open like an actual book. I know some come in super cute prints, or you could get the clear case, which allows you to customize it with stickers on the inside or whatever you want. To piggyback off of that, some other great Kindle accessories are stickers, charms, pop sockets, or I don't know what it's called, but there's this thing you can get that's like a strap across the back so you can hold it like this. All of those little add-ons to make your Kindle reading experience a little bit better are great options. And then another fun Kindle accessory that I see all the time is the Kindle clicker. It's basically like a thing that hooks to the side of your bed, comes up and holds the Kindle in front of your face, and then you have a clicker to flip the pages, so you could literally be laying straight down and just click to see the next page without sitting up or actually physically having to switch to the next page. Moving on to something that will be more beneficial for the people like me who prefer reading a physical book, and that is reading lights. I know you can get the ones that clip onto the back of your book and shine down onto it. I will say I don't think those are as convenient with paperback books, because where the cover is a little flimsier, it doesn't stay as well. The reading light I have, I absolutely love, and I'll put a picture of like what it looks like up here, but it's basically a clear sheet that you can fully hold over the page and then the light shines onto it. I really like it because it's super discreet, and if I'm reading in bed at night and all the lights are out, I can still see my pages super clearly without the light bothering my husband at all. Like, I don't think he really even notices when I use it. Those are just to name two of the potential options. I know there's so many other options out there. And also for the people who love physical books, I think bookmarks are a great gift. I myself love bookmarks and love collecting them, and I think it's super fun when I start a new book to try and pick out a bookmark that either matches the book in color or kind of gives the vibes of the book. And basically any bookstore or bookseller is gonna have bookmarks, but Etsy is also a great place to find custom ones. And then I know I mentioned stickers when talking about the Kindle a minute ago, but stickers in general are a great gift for the reader in your life. You can find the cutest themed bookish stickers on Etsy, but also a lot of small online bookish businesses will have a sticker line of some sort. You can literally hear the construction going on outside of my apartment, so if you hear a jackhammer and beeping noises, I'm really sorry. This has been going on for months, and no matter what time of day I film, I swear they decide to do construction, so just ignore. The next idea I have on this list, in my opinion, is probably one of the best ones, and that is bookish subscription boxes. Personally, I have Book of the Month and absolutely love it. Book of the Month is basically where every month you pick from a pre-selected list of options. Usually it's new and emerging authors, so I love it because I can find books that I might not have found otherwise. And this is not sponsored by Book of the Month. I know a lot of bookish creators do sponsorships from Book of the Month. This is not sponsored in any way. I just genuinely love Book of the Month, and it's so fun to pick them out and see what the options are every single month. But Book of the Month, if you're watching this and you want to sponsor me, that would be great. But aside from Book of the Month, there's so many other subscription box options you can find. I know Fairy Loot is a really popular one. You can even get ones that aren't necessarily with a book, but maybe come with Bookish merch or collectibles or even special edition boxes. There's literally an endless option to choose from that you can curate specifically to the type of reader you are and what you're looking for. And it's just fun when a package arrives to your house every single month. It's like a gift that just keeps on giving the whole year round. I believe 2 years ago, my parents gifted me my Book of the Month box subscription, and then they gifted me it again last year, and I absolutely love it. Staying in the same vein of subscriptions, you could do an Audible or a Spotify subscription if you're someone that really likes audiobooks. Personally, I use Audible and absolutely love it. I'll throw on my audiobooks when I'm cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, driving, and not only does it help me get through more books faster, but listening to an audiobook is just such a fun experience. And if you're trying to find a gift for a reader in your life who has a super fast-paced, busy life, I think this would be a great one because I've found that there's some months where I listen to way more audiobooks than read physical books just because I am so busy. Let's move on to the next thing, which is another one of my favorites on this list, and that is Bookish merch. I have so much Bookish merch, sweatshirts and t-shirts that I feel like I basically live in book-related merch. I think most of my Bookish merch is from MC Studios, and I do have a code and I'll put it on the screen if you guys want to head over there and shop the merch. It's all so cute, and I'll link it in the description below so you can easily access the site. Molly, who owns the business, is so creative with her designs, and I love all of their merch because it's subtle enough that unless you knew what the merch was referencing, you would just think it's a cool looking tee, which I think is really fun because if I wear one of those t-shirts out in public and someone notices it, it's so fun to be like, oh my gosh, you read that book too. I have a lot of Sarah J. Maas themed merch from her, ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and Crescent City, but I also have some Marvel merch from her, which I know isn't as bookish, but she does do other fandoms like Marvel, Star Wars, and she has a ton of cute Harry Potter and Marauders stuff as well as just like general bookish merch. So definitely go check her out, but I'm also gonna put a list of other online businesses that I've either shopped from or have seen around that I know of that have the cutest bookish merch. You really can't go wrong with buying someone a t-shirt or sweatshirt with something to do with their favorite book on it. And if you're watching this and know of any other book merch companies that I did not list up here, please comment them below because I'm constantly trying to find new small businesses to support. My next gift idea is kind of a category, and that's just gonna be cozy items. Now, these things could be themed to bookish related things, or it could just be these things in general, because when you're a reader, you want to be comfy all the time. There's nothing better than cuddling up, feeling super cozy, and cracking open a book. Just a few ideas I have are mugs or cups. I myself really like the glass iced coffee cups that you can add a lid and straw to, just because that makes it a little bit more spill proof. Another great idea would be blankets, socks, slippers, anything like that that's gonna make the reader more comfortable while they're reading would be phenomenal gifts. And I've also seen a lot of people do the bookish baskets, where they might get a basket, put a blanket in there, a few other book related items, and just like general cozy things. And I think those make for great gifts. The next gift idea I have for you guys is special editions. And if you are, or the person you're shopping for is a book collector, because collecting books and reading books are two separate hobbies, but if you or the person you're shopping for is a book collector, this is literally the perfect gift. You cannot go wrong with it. For example, last year, my husband's family gifted me a copy of Emma by Jane Austen, but it was the Barnes & Noble special edition. It has pink sprayed edges. The cover is like a lilac with gold foiling, and I'm obsessed with it. It's so pretty. It looks amazing on my bookshelf. You could go that route with one of like the Barnes & Noble special editions of a classic, but also you could gift them a book they already have, just in an edition they don't have yet. And the price range here would vary a lot because, for example, if you're getting a Barnes & Noble special edition, that's going to be pretty cost effective, but there's also people that do fully custom special editions out there for like full sets of series, and those can get super pricey. But since it is such a wide price range, I feel like no matter what your price point is, you can find something that the person you're shopping for will love. The next thing on my list probably could have been roped in with Bookish merch, but that is Bookish art prints, especially if you have a library or bookshelf setup. These are great additions. I would say Etsy is going to be your best bet for finding these, but there's also a lot of online businesses that sell them as well. I have 3 Bookish prints that I'm absolutely obsessed with. One is themed to ACOTAR, one themed to Throne of Glass, and one themed to Crescent City. They look beautiful on my walls. They're very cohesive with my bookshelf setup, and I'm just obsessed with them. I got these on Etsy, and I believe the company is called The Literary Loft, but as I'm editing this, I will double check and put the name of it up here somewhere. But even if you just go in Etsy and type in name of your favorite book, art print, something is probably gonna come up. And also usually they come in various sizes. I think I have like the 8x11s, but they come in like huge poster sizes as well. I actually gifted a print that I have to my sister-in-law a couple years ago, so now we have matching ACOTAR art prints. My next idea is gonna be Bookish experiences. Now, a lot of this may depend on where you live and what gets hosted near you, but off the top of my head, just some ideas would be author signings, book themed events, book trivia nights, or even just a book shopping spree. I think this would be a really fun gift to give because if you're the one giving it, it's something you can go experience with the person you're gifting it to, and you could make like a whole day out of it. I know where I live, one of the bookstores near me will do themed events all the time, or even like release parties for new books coming out. I've been to a couple and they're super, super fun. And a lot of local restaurants around me will do themed nights. And I know a couple months ago, one of them even did an ACOTAR trivia night. This is something you might have to do a little bit of research and digging on to find something that fits this, but I'd be willing to bet you can find at least one thing that falls into this category near you. And then if you can't find any of those things, or even just separately, I think it's a great idea, you can give someone a book shopping spree. You could make it like a fun challenge where you give the person like 5 minutes in Barnes & Noble to pick up all the books they can, and then they purchase that. Or it could just be a fun activity to go together and shop with them to pick out books. My next idea is a little bit of a bigger gift, but that is bookcases or bookshelves. When I first started reading, I did not have designated bookshelves. I would just have books stuck in random places, and then eventually I bit the bullet and bought some bookcases. And ever since then, I feel like I'm constantly buying more and more bookcases because I'm running out of room. So if you have a reader in your life that's like that and definitely needs the space for their books, this would be a great gift. Now, I think the most popular type of bookcases for people to get are those Billy bookcases from IKEA, and not gonna lie, one day I do want to have those, but those may be a little bit more on the pricey side. I do have some options I want to mention that are just as effective, still look cute, but are a lot cheaper, and those are cubed bookshelves. I know you can get them on Amazon, but I would recommend getting them from Target. I think I got an 8 or 12 cube from Target, and it was only around $60, and it holds tons of books. These are also great because you could start with an 8 cube shelf, and then when you need more room, get a 12 cube shelf to put next to it, and it'll look cohesive like it's one big bookshelf. And then also, if you're wanting like fun or whimsical bookshelves, I definitely would recommend looking on Amazon. One of my bookshelves is technically called a tree bookshelf, I think, or something like that. And it's more my aesthetic looking bookshelf, but I've seen tons of other cute, fun, quirky, whimsical looking bookshelves on Amazon. Or even if you went to a thrift store or antique store, you could probably find really, really cool looking bookshelves for a great price. And to go along with the actual bookshelves, we have bookshelf decor. So anything that's gonna fill up space on your bookshelf, bring it to life, and make it look beautiful is what's falling under this category. So I've just written down plants, bookends, and jelly cats. I promise if there's a reader in your life, they are never gonna be upset about getting a jelly cat. And there's so many other possibilities for what could fall under this category. Those are just a few that came to my mind immediately. And to kind of go along with that, I almost stuck it in the same category, but this could just be a thing on its own, would be candles. Now, this could just be a pretty or great smelling candle you found at Target, but you can also find book themed candles. A lot of bookstores will sell these. There's usually like a kind of gift themed table towards like the register where they'll have book themed candles, but I got a lot of mine on Etsy. And if the person you're shopping for has a series they really love or a certain character they really love, you can usually find candles that are specifically based off a place in a book or a character in a book For example, the city Valaris from A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is one of my favorite series, has a candle that is literally created based off the way the city's scent is described in the book, which I think is so cool. And then another bookshelf related thing are book nooks. I do not have one of these, but I've been dying to get one. This could also go under bookish experiences if it's something you would want to get to build with the person you're shopping for. If you don't know what I'm talking about, these book nooks can be found at like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any craft store, and they're essentially little, like, I don't know if you would call it a diorama, but it's kind of like a mini diorama that slides onto your bookshelf, and they're just so cute and cozy, and I think it'd be super fun to build and put together. Next up, a great gift that may not seem super bookish related, but definitely is gonna be headphones, whether that's AirPods or any brand of headphones. The reader in your life definitely needs some. And obviously audiobook listeners, this would be very beneficial for them. But even if the person you're shopping for isn't an audiobook listener, they may want to listen to music while they're reading. And so having a good quality, comfortable pair of headphones is essential for making the reading experience better. My next idea may seem like an obvious one, but I had to mention it, and that is gift cards to their favorite bookstore. Now, I know a lot of people hate to gift gift cards and they want to give someone a physical gift, but I don't know why there's this bad stigma around gift cards. I absolutely love getting gift cards to Barnes & Noble or Joseph Beth or even Amazon. I will use my Amazon gift cards to buy books. You really can't go wrong with gifting the book person in your life a gift card, because then you know they're gonna be picking out something that they love. And you can even tie this in with the bookish experience. If you want to gift someone a book shopping spree, you could gift them the gift card and then pick out a day together where you're going to go to the store and spend the gift card to pick out books. My next idea is a super fun one, and that is blind date with a book. Usually the way this works is a book that's wrapped up and it has small descriptors written on it about what the book is, but you don't know what the book is until you open it. Sometimes Barnes & Noble will do this. I've gotten a few from Barnes & Noble before, but a lot of Etsy sellers will do these, and you can even specify the genre you want, and then they'll wrap it up, make it look super cute, send it to you, and then it's a surprise when you open it to see what book you're getting. Now, I will say the only thing that's risky about this is whether or not you've read the book or not, because you have no way of knowing until you open it. So obviously it might be a little bit of a bummer if you get the blind date with a book, open it, and it's something you already own or have already read. So another way to do this to avoid that is to make one yourself to gift someone. Maybe go to a bookstore and find a random book that you think sounds like something they might like, wrap it yourself in wrapping paper, put cute stickers on it, write a few descriptors, maybe write the genre on it, and I promise they will be super excited to open it and see what the book is. My next idea is gonna be book journaling supplies. One option is a pre-made book journal. I've actually owned a few of these before, and it will already have slots in there for you to fill out name of the book, author, rating, genre, and places to leave comments. But you can also get journaling supplies to make a book journal from scratch, and just a few things you might need for this is gonna be a journal. I would recommend a bullet journal, pens, markers, highlighters, anything like that to write in. And I've actually never used this when book journaling, but I think it just adds to the experience and elevates the design of your book journal. And that is a mini printer. I know several different brands make them, but they're small, handheld size, and a lot of times I think you can like Bluetooth the image to the printer and it prints it out as a sticker that you can stick in the page. I've seen a lot of people do this with the actual cover of the book so they can stick it in there when writing about the book. Or if you're doing a spread of the aesthetic of a book, you can print out images you find on Pinterest or whatever to create like a collage. And then my very last gift idea is gonna be specifically for book creators. So if the person you're getting gifts for is a booktuber or a book talker or a book blogger, anything like that, here's a few things that I think would make great gifts, especially if you've heard this whole list and feel like the person you're shopping for already owns all of this. Obviously, a camera, a good quality camera would be a great gift, but that is a pretty pricey gift. So you could look into getting them camera equipment or tripods, stands, anything like that, as well as lighting, ring lights, clip-on lights, phone selfie lights, and then also mics. Speaking of, I probably need to get a mic soon, especially with the crazy construction. I feel like I'm constantly having to really speak up in these videos. So let me know in the comments if you guys think I should invest in a good quality mic for filming these videos. And that is it for my ultimate bookish gift guide for the holidays. Let me know in the comments if you're gonna be adding any of these gifts to your wish list, and also comment below if there's anything you can think of that I left off this list. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd wanna see more videos like this in the future. And you can check out my Instagram, TikTok, and Goodreads in the description below if you wanna see my other content on other platforms. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and that's all for now. Bye guys!